Yeah, yeah.
This is a dedication. A little inspiration.
Yeah, yeah. One day, when the war is won, victory will be yours.
Victory's gonna be ours.
It'll be yours. One day, when the kingdom comes, it'll be yours. It'll be yours. It's a long way up,
Long way up.
and a short way down. Just don't let nobody come and take your crown.
Don't take your crown.
Trying to make it through the system, but the doors are locked. The Most High got you covered. You're gonna rise to the
We're gonna
top.
rise, y'all.
This battle will bring victory. On with the greatest book in history. Jacob, you're great, it's no mystery.
Jacob, you're great.
Yeah, yeah. You know this battle has just begun.
Battle's just
Jacob,
begun.
you're hated by everyone.
All
But
nations
just
hate
remember
us.
you're the chosen son. Yeah, yeah.
This song is such an inspiration. We get the kingdom though there's much tribulation. Every day I send my prayers up. I even read where Yahweh said he'd raise us up. He gave Abraham the covenants. On the shoulders of Christ will rest the governments. The forces the nations gotta bring to me. The world is ours, our gates open continually. Praise Yahweh cause he gave us life, and sacrifice the reward as you could reign with Christ. Yeah, it's true, the Father made us sons to get a crown, then endure until the Savior comes. In the sight of God, no man is justified. To be approved, I read that gold must be tried. In the end, we're the greatest folks in history. Malachi sing to them about our victory.
This battle will bring victory.
We gonna get the
On with
victory.
the greatest book in history.
Bible's the
Jacob, you're
greatest
great,
book.
it's no mystery. Yeah, yeah. You know this battle has just begun.
Battle has just
Jacob, you're
begun.
hated by everyone. But just remember you're the chosen son. Yeah, yeah.
We give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, for giving Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob the covenants, and for choosing our nation. We appreciate that. Hope the song inspired you. Yeah.
They hating on camps, acting like women with periods and cramps, but can never do what we do. It was never a part of the Most High's plan, so I understand that you as a man got a lot to go with the baby steps. You see, we militant in every step, from state to state. I see him progress. Israelites coming through. Yeah, you feel the respect. So who is you testing? You're missing your blessings. They hating so hard, you're missing the lessons. I'm aiming the Western. Had all of the clans and all of their crews, avenging the bruise, they hung and slew. A message to heathens, we coming for you. I think to myself, why have compassion when I see their actions? They laughing at us and they glad they have us at the bottom, scrapping for the crunch for master. Broke the chains, now we calling our nation back to repentance, back to their essence, back to Yahweh, back to his laws and commandments. They wanna be us, but they can't. The wise grow when the seed is planted. Go study the ants. The way they gather together and work as a team. I should all of my team. Extra clip with the beam. Niggas are selling their dream like they're making a scene. Always in drama, but not taking care of these seeds. But part of the game is that. Back in the days that would've got checked, now they cut them a check. To turn their backs and honor, respect the morals. Don't believe what they tell you. Do your due diligence. Mix intelligence with the elegance. When you do, someone consider it arrogant. I'm giving you game to put it in play. I'm feeling the rage of people enslaved. The cancerous world we see today. It's already written, it's part of the phase. But don't be phased, gotta be strong in this faith. Gotta continue and pray and fast in the love, cause I'm never leaving the hate. Israel only, don't get it twisted. The other nations is on my hit list. I know they be mad whenever I spit this, but I hate them with a perfect hatred. Yeah, I rep the poor, so I'm running for them. Anything else, I call it a sin. I shoot for the stars and aim to win. Shoot for the stars and aim to win. Shoot for the stars and aim to win. Anything else, I call it a sin. I shoot for the stars and aim to win. Tell them we ready for war, ready for war. Yeah, we ready for war. Tell them we ready for war, ready for war. Yeah, we ready for war. Tell them we ready for war, ready for war. Yeah, we ready for war. Tell them we ready for war, ready for war. Yeah, we ready for war.
Hey, shalom, shalom. Shalom, y'all about some y'all Shabbat. Shalom, family, Ashar Shabbat. Brother Nakam from Detroit.
Brother Debat.
And yeah, man, we coming on this Shabbat with a lesson pretty much about the dry bones, right? Before we get started, first we want to give all honor to the Most High Yahweh and his son named Yahweh Shah. And man, hopefully it's gonna be a quick lesson, it's not gonna be long. So hopefully we can get through it and be edifying to the people that may not heard it, or brothers, you already heard it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you hear something new, or maybe you can add to it as well in the chats. Or you can hop on, brothers at LOY, you can hop on the link and share some knowledge, share some wisdom. Right? You got anything to say, King?
Man. Just want to say give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High by way of Yahweh Shah, and all praises for the Shabbat. It always seemed like it's a long time away every time we come into it. Seemed like the Shabbat was 2 weeks ago, but all praises He gives us this every week. You know what I'm saying? This day of rest, man, so we can kind of sit back, relax, you know what I'm saying, and hey, just dive into His word, dedicate this day to Him. Shouldn't do what we do, actually Sunday through Friday. We shouldn't do what we do on this day. This day is dedicated to Him. So our praises He given us this platform to bring out this lesson, man. So let's get it.
All praises. All right, man, we get straight to it, man. Let's go to Ezekiel 37, and we're gonna start at verse 1.
All right, Con. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, starting at verse 1. The hand of the Lord was upon me, and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord, and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones.
So stop right there, man. This is, of course, Ezekiel speaking, and he's just letting us know that the Most High, brought him into the valley. You know what I'm saying? Brought him up through the Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Put the Spirit upon him and gave him a vision of this valley and put him in the midst of these bones, right? And it was full of bones, right? So let's to get an understanding of full of bones. Let's read verse 2 before we even go. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Verse 2. And caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley. And lo, they were very dry.
So not only were they bones, but these were dry bones, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's get let's kind of see what Ezekiel was seeing, right? So let's go to Proverbs 21:16.
Proverbs. Okay. It's the book of
Proverbs.
Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 16.
Uh,
The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
So now these dry bones, as we all know, when you die, you kind of, when you not in the grave, you kind of dry out. You what the word I'm looking for? You not decapitate, but you decompose, right? So your bones, you dry out, your flesh decompose, you become bones, right? But here in Proverbs 21:16, it says, "The man that wandereth out of the way of the understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead." So the way of understanding is what? These laws, these laws, statutes, and commandments, right? So when you wander out the way of those things that be allowed us to become Israel, you know what I'm saying, what the Most High gave us, you remain dead. You in a dead state of mind, right? Because that sin, the things that you're breaking, cause you to be dead, right? Simple as that, right? So let's go to Baruch 3 and 4.
Okay.
And we're gonna get some more in it too. Baruch 3 and 4.
Okay. It's the book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 4.
Yeah.
O Lord Almighty, thou God of Israel, hear now the prayers of the dead Israelites
Uh-huh.
and of their children, which have sinned before thee,
Mhm.
and not hearken unto the voice of thee, their God,
Mhm.
for the which cause these plagues cleave unto us.
So right here, when you actually read in Baruch 3, you're gonna come find out that this was during the time of Babylon, right? And these plagues that Baruch is speaking about, as we know, is Deuteronomy 28, right? So he says, Almighty, thou God of Israel, hear now the prayers of the dead Israelites, right? Physically and spiritually, right? Because we got our people out here in different religions praying and thinking the Most High is hearing them. They doing all types of sin, but they saying that the Most High take care of them. That's not so. You know what I'm saying? That's thus saith the Lord, right? But Baruch is asking them on the behalf of us just being your children, hear our prayers, right? Which sin before thee and not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, for which caused these plagues, right? So it's certain plagues that was put upon us. I'm just going to go to one of them. I'm going to go one of the plagues that kind of geared towards us being dead. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28, verse 29. You know what I'm saying? Like the walking zombies, right? The walking dead. What do they do? You know what I'm saying? Deuteronomy 28, verse 29.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 29.
God.
And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness.
Uh-huh.
And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways.
Uh-huh.
And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore.
Uh-huh.
And no man shall save thee.
And that's why Yahweh had to come, because he's the only one that can redeem us, right? But it says right here, and thou shalt grope at noonday, and as blind gropeth at night. Bro, we ain't gonna be able to prosper. We ain't gonna know what we're doing. That's why we in all these different religions. That's why we in Christianity, Islam, Catholic, non-denominational. We in all these different things because the Most High, because of our sin, and we are under these plagues until it become removed. So when Ezekiel is looking at, he in the midst and walking around about these dry bones, he's literally looking at the children of Israel in the midst of their sin. You know what I'm saying? There's great people in the midst, not knowing who they are, just committing all type of abominations, right? Let's go to Isaiah 59 and verse 10. Isaiah 59 and 10.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 10.
Uh-huh.
We grope for the wall like the blind, and we grope as if we had no eyes.
Mm-hmm.
We stumble at noonday as in the night. We are desolate, Salakia. We are in desolate places as dead men.
That's pretty much where we at right now with this place that we call America. Man, this is a desolate place. There's nothing here for us,
Okay.
right? This is pretty much our grave. You know what I'm saying? This is literally our grave, man. We walking around here, right? But it's a few of us that's, you know what I'm saying, that's out here trying to teach the truth, trying to reach our people, wake them up in any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Just like Ezekiel's prophesying to the dry bones, we're trying to do the exact same thing in today's, right? And we're trying to wait and give them that light so they can see, so they don't have to grope in the noonday, right? So they can see not only with their physical eyes but their spiritual eyes as well, and they will be able to see those traps that the other nations put in front of us. You know what I'm saying? They put traps in front of, just like this election, right? Like the brother said, this election. You know what I'm saying? They put these traps in front of us to blind us. You know what I'm saying? To keep us in this dead state, to have to depend upon them, right? That's literally what it's about. Us depending on them and us them keeping us in sin, right? So we got to kind of wake up out of that sleep. Right, let's go back to Ezekiel 37. We're gonna read verse 1 all the way down to verse 7. We'll start back at verse 1.
All right, come. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, starting at verse 1. The hand of the Lord was upon me, and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord, and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry.
Because Israel, we are many people, man. It's a bunch of us everywhere, right? Keep going.
And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live?
Yo, can these bones, these dead people, will they ever wake up, right? And we see that in the streets when we go out and street teach. Sometimes we ask ourselves, man, will our people ever get it? Will they ever just decide to say, you know what, brothers, y'all correct. Y'all don't have to join LOI Detroit. Y'all don't have to join, whatever group you do join. We just trying to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the question we ask ourselves every time, man, Most High, will these people ever get it? But we know we have to have patience because we was like that at some point, right? Keep going.
And he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord.
And that's what we do today, right? We go out and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? You know who you are according to the Bible. Some people walk past, they blow us off. I'm a child of God. I'm a Baptist. You know what I'm saying? They start naming what they believe in, right? But that's not what the Most High requires of us. He would not only do he require you to know who you are, but he also require you to do something. And that's the heritage that he gave you, which is these laws, statutes, commandments, right? And the faith of Mashiach Yahushua. Keep going.
All right, Khan.
I mean, if you got anything too, you can hop right in there.
No, Khan. I was waiting for a minute. That verse 4. I'm gonna start at the top again.
Okay.
And again, he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Thus said the Lord God unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live.
Okay. Read.
And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live.
So we got to find out what that breath is, because he said, I'm going to allow this breath to enter you, and then that's going to cause the flesh to come upon you, and you shall live. Let's find out what that breath is, man. Let's go to Genesis chapter 2 and verse 7.
Genesis chapter 2. It's the book of Genesis chapter 2. You said verse, Slacking.
Yep, verse 7.
It's the book of Genesis chapter 2 and verse 7. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul.
So what is that? What is that breath that he breathed into Adam at that point in time, right? What he was breathing to Adam was his laws, because the first thing he told him to do is what? Go down to verse, I think it's in chapter 3, actually. when he took him to the garden, Lord commanded him saying, right here, verse 16.
Okay. Verse 16. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it. For in that day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die.
So that breath that he gave him was the instructions, right? Which is the law, statutes, commandments that he gave him, and that's what Adam lived by, right? So that let's go get some more on that. Let's get Sirach 19 and 19.
It's the book of
Right.
Sirach.
He don't want us to be in this condition, man. We in this condition because of ourselves.
Most definitely. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 19, verse 19.
Uh-huh.
The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life,
Uh-huh.
and they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
You see that? So when we do the things that please the Most High, when we follow His laws, His commandments, that's what give us life. That's what give us long life, everlasting life, right? Under the Mashiach Yahushua, right? So with that breath that Ezekiel is prophesying, he's saying, "Yo, teach my people. Yo, go out there and teach my people these things, not only of who they are, but what they need to do, right? Warn my people, be a watchman to my people." You know, let my people know that it's something that's going to happen to them if they don't listen to me, right?
Like, let me grab I'm gonna grab a third witness to that.
Okay.
Of what you're going into in Wisdom of Solomon. It's chapter 7, starting at verse 24.
Okay. I got you. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness.
Right, so this is how the world was created, right?
Right.
It was created through the wisdom of the Most High Yahweh, right? Read on.
For she is the breath of the power of God, in a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defound thing fall into her.
You keep reading the next one. Slappy.
Verse 26. For she is the brightness of the everlasting light, the unspotted mirror of the power of God, and the image of his goodness.
I see that. So that is literally the image of the Most High's goodness, right? It literally is a worker of the Most High, right?
Right.
All the Most High has to do is speak these things, and it's going to come to pass.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Regardless of who he used. And we see that he used many different prophets, and pertaining to this lesson, we see he used Ezekiel during this, right? To literally spread that wisdom into these dry bones to make them live again.
That's right. That's right. Con. All praise. That was a good precept, King. I'm actually gonna put that in here. Con. Hey, let's go to Proverbs 7:2.
Con. All right, let's go. Let's see.
And that was chapter 7, verse 20. What was that again? 21.
24 to 26.
24 to 26. God.
You said Proverbs 7?
Yeah. Chapter 7, verse 2.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 7 and verse number 2. Keep my commandments and live, and my law as the apple of thine eye.
You hear that? When you keep his commandments, you live, right? Only how Solomon even noticed because David was teaching his son. And the cycle keeps going, right? Same thing what we have to do to our children. We have to teach them. So he said, keep my commandments and you shall live, right? So when Ezekiel is out there prophesying, giving the wisdom, he's telling our people to stop sinning, turn away from sin, and the Most High is going to restore us, right? And it's the same message that we have, right? Let's one more scripture, because not only do we have to keep the commandments, right? We got to couple that with Christ. So let's get John 7 and 38 and read down to 40.
Said John 7 and 28.
38.
38, sloppy.
Right.
right, it's the book of John, chapter 7, verse 38.
Mhm.
He that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said,
As
out
the
of his
scripture said, not as your pastor said, man. They, they make Yahweh, which is what the world called Jesus Christ, they make him to be a man of sin. Like he since he died, you can do whatever you want to do. No, that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? That is definitely not the case. So you have to believe on him as the scripture said. I mean, the way he looked when he walked this earth and what he taught. And he taught the exact same thing that we're teaching over what has been 3,000 years, 2,000 years. You know what I'm saying? And we're teaching the exact same thing that Yahweh was teaching. So you got to believe on that person that the Bible is actually speaking about, and not your pastors that went to these schools and was taught by these other nations, right? Keep going.
Out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
You see that? Out of your belly shall flow rivers of living water. You know what I'm saying? All that understanding is going to be upon you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to, just like how the Most High asked Ezekiel where these bones live and the flesh come upon them, you're going to be living, and you're going to be living in a new body, a new person, right? A new creature, I should say, right? Keep going. Actually, that's it. That's it on that. That's it on that. That's it on that, man. Let's go back to Ezekiel. Let's finish out. I think it was at verse 7
or 6. Let me look. I think we might have been at. Verse 7. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, and verse 7. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. And lo, it's like
I need you to stop right there, man. Let's get Zephaniah 2:1. You know what I'm saying? Let's get Zephaniah 2:1. I know it's talking about an individual person, right? But I like to use it as well as us coming together as a nation. Even though towards the end it's going to express how we came together as a nation. But just think about it, man. If it's a valley of dry bones, and all these bones are moving, and it's trying to build to one person, which is one body. They moving, they trying to find that body, so they become that one body, that one nation. And this is what Zephaniah was trying to teach us as well, right? Go ahead and read that.
It's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the shaft, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
So you see that right there. So when that noise is making, the bones coming together, you know what I'm saying? Just picture you know what I'm saying, a valley just with just bones just laying around, and they literally coming together as individuals. So all these bones are crossing paths, touching one another, whatever, until it actually built that one person. And that's us coming together as one body, right? As a congregation, we coming together. Our bones is coming together so we can fit tightly as one, right? Let's go back to Ezekiel chapter 37 verse. We're gonna start. Let's read verse 7 again.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, starting at verse 7. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone.
Verse 8.
Verse 8. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them.
So now our people are understanding who we are, just like it was a so-called a great awakening. What maybe it was 2016 or 18 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was just really into that they was Israel.
It was really from like 14 to 16. It was literally like a, you know what I'm saying? That's when I'm talking about anybody I be talking to now. They man, we've been in the truth for now, or at the time, that was like 2 years ago. So at the time, everybody kept saying like 8 years. You know, it was like between 4 to 8 years.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it was literally probably 14 to 16.
Okay. And that was us waking up. But if you look around, a lot of them people, they still not here, right? They kind of wither away because they stuck. I mean, they just stuck with, I know I'm Israel. I know I'm an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? I know, but they didn't want that breath. They didn't want that life. They didn't want to go through keeping the law, statutes, commandments, going through that fire to refine yourself. They didn't want that. You know what I'm saying? The first problem came, a lot of them got out of there. You know, it was better in the world. I can know I'm an Israelite in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to wear my fringes, you know what I'm saying, all the time. You know what I'm saying? I know, as long as I know I'm an Israelite, I'm good. I ain't got to keep the Sabbath day all the time, but as long as I know I'm an Israelite, I made it. But that's not so. You know what I'm saying? So not only once you start to understand who you are, you start to identify yourself as an Israelite, whether it be from whatever the 12 tribes. But then you have to get that breath in you, right? You got to go through a purging phase. You got to go through a phase where you have to be in a fork in the road, where you choosing yourself or you choosing the Most High, right? You got to get that living water in you. You feel me? You get that spirit in you. All right. Go to verse 9.
Verse 9. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus said the Lord God, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live.
You see that? And that's us. That's not only LOY. There's other camps that's out there on the streets every Shabbat day. There's some cats that's out there even not on the Shabbat day. And they prophesying to the slain, because to our people, they living good. You know what I'm saying? They living good. Some of them kind of depressed right now because the outcome didn't come as what they thought. So some of them walking around with their head down, right? But that's just the result of us being slain. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of us being slain, walking around the streets like a zombie, right? But until brothers that got the spirit of Ezekiel, they say, hey, no, you better than this. You better than what Mystery Babylon have set for you, what these other nations tell you who you are, right?
Hey, Kai, hey man, I want to play this video, because not only are we walking around like that, man, we literally trying to kill each other, man. We literally trying to kill each other out here. So let me share my screen real quick. I just want to put this. It's just a little news thing. I haven't continued to follow it. It's just literally the breaking story of it that happened. I think it was on election day. You know what I'm saying? And it was just wild. It happened in Florida. You know what I'm saying? So if you know it happened in Florida, it's something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Them Floridians be acting crazy, man. All right, Con, so there we go. All right, Con, YouTube. All right, and these are it's 3 women, man.
Oh dang, it's for the
And
sisters too.
just kind of more than likely, especially from the looks of the neighborhood, it definitely look like our people. You know what I'm saying? And Salakia too for the latest thing loading. They ain't as loading ain't as fast as I wanted to load. All right. All right, come on, this thing. There we go. This thing definitely loading all crazy.
Oh no, we good. You know, hey, we only got a few months. I tell it's gonna be a fast one, man. So we gotta have the time.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Okay. I don't want to go to that short one. There we go right here. People be going crazy, boy.
We're just over there. Yeah, I see it. I see the title.
Yeah, because first somebody said that they wasn't over the election, but then somebody else came. They said that the police really believe it was more than likely because the police actually talked to somebody. God, hopefully this thing. I just already hit skip. There we go.
Meantime, an argument over the election ended with 3 women being shot in Miami. And tonight, the search is on for the shooter. CBS News Miami's Larry Siebert is outside of Jackson Memorial Hospital, where one victim is in critical condition.
That woman's family did not want to speak with us on camera, but they are concerned. Their loved one shot in her abdomen. And while doctors here treat her and 2 other survivors, police are concerned about what led to the violence. What triggered someone in a gathering outside an apartment complex to pull
I see what you're saying.
shots and boom, 3 women shattered more than a sunroof.
It's horrible, you know. Whatever is the president now is for all of us, even if we are Democrats or Republicans. It doesn't matter. It's sad. It's very sad.
Investigators blame alcohol in an argument over the election.
This is something that's concerning to us because there's no place for violence, especially when we have difference of opinion and politics.
While extreme, it's hardly the only case of post-election emotions boiling over.
People are fighting. Families are fighting. I've seen all over the internet people saying, I've lost my family over this.
Dr. Laura Ellick is a clinical psychologist with patients in South Florida.
Today, it almost felt like it was the day after the Super Bowl. It was which team won. My team, your team. This is a buildup of several years worth of stress, anxiety, tension, maybe even memories from the 2020 election when we had COVID going on. I say, look, we do not have to agree on all of the issues, right? That's not what we need to be family or to be friends.
Dr. Ellick says people facing certain confrontation should avoid talking politics, especially in crowds with clashing views. She says people feeling anxious or depressed about results should not read or watch anything about politics.
Wow.
Well, you see that? Like, what you mean feeling sad or depressed?
Wow.
Yeah, you literally have to not have no wisdom to get mad over something like that, man. That's literally like brothers literally squaring up because they think Jordan, or you know what I'm saying, they take Jordan over LeBron, or the other people take LeBron over Jordan. That's like squaring up for that.
Yeah, and it's always the liquor too, the liquor and the drugs, man.
Yeah,
had those conversations because people have fought over the Jordan and the LeBron, the Kobe, and all right, people have fought over that. You know what I'm saying? It's always the liquor and the drugs, man.
Oh,
that's great, man. Just imagine if we would have the same zeal for the Most High,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like we had the same zeal for the Most High, where it's like somebody breaking laws and things of that nature, or somebody trying to tell us not to keep the laws. That's crazy, man. To be over that with this crap, man.
I'm gonna let it finish out. It's probably like another 30 seconds left.
Okay.
To watch TikTok or to watch those reels over and over talking about the election, because it will spike your anxiety. You will go right into fight or flight, and that's what creates the physical reaction, the physical arousal, and the discomfort for us. So yeah, take a pause.
While it's too late for those involved in Monday's attack, Miami police hope catching the shooter sends a message that violence over politics is never acceptable. In Overtown, Larry Seward, CBS News, Miami.
Yeah, it sounds like an agenda behind it though, for real.
Yeah, definitely do.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like an agenda behind it.
And then, man, it's go ahead and remove that real quick. But yeah, man, it's definitely crazy, man. Especially when you think about it. And I also came to the conclusion it was our people, man, because they got house shoes in the street. So
hey, don't get twisted though, man. Them Edom might be doing that too, man.
Yeah.
Hey, doing that, man.
I'm sure they do.
Every month, this Airbnb pays me in 70 passive.
That's where people be getting it from, man. Wearing pajamas outside and stuff, man. They be getting it from them, man.
It doesn't even matter where you live.
Right.
God. No, that's crazy though, man. For our people to be depressed over that, like it's like this decision was going to change something. You know what I'm saying? Like it was life or death. Yeah, you know what? It was life or death because you ain't supposed to be voting in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Let the Most High do what the Most High do, man. You know what I'm saying? We stay in our lane. You know what I'm saying? We cast our votes for Yahushua. And how we do that? By keeping his laws, by not voting for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey.
All right.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Who was that, man?
Verse 10 and Ezekiel 37, unless you're trying to go somewhere else.
Let me see. Verse 10. Nah. No, not yet. If you got some, you can. Nope. You keep going.
All right, so verse 10, because I think I've read verse 9.
Yep, verse 10.
Yep, so verse 10 comes. So it's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army.
You see that, man? Once we actually start hearkening to the Most High, we become an exceeding. Hey, grab Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. Because we become an exceeding great army in the Most High eyes, man. That's why I always say, imagine if we literally put our focus in the law, statutes, commandments, in the brotherhood, the sisterhood, bro, we'll be untouchable. I know I can't wait to that day. I know, you know what I'm saying, it's going to happen. I pray that I can see that day. Hopefully, I'm one of the elect to see that day, man, because it's going to be a beautiful sight when our brothers and our sisters, our children, we all together, and it's fear on the nations that we together. You know what I'm saying? They in fear of our God. You know what I'm saying? That what our God have done. You know what I'm saying? It's just not us being an Israelite. They fear our. They don't want to treat us wrong because of what they got. I mean, because of what our God would do to them. You know what I'm saying? Let's grab Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1.
Okay. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1.
No.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently.
That's all we have to do, man. Moses taught us that from the jump. Mm-hmm. The only thing we have to do is hearken diligently. It sounds easy, but it's a fight, man. It's a fight, right? Read.
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day.
So to not only read the commandments, learn the commandments, but to practice them, to do them, right? Read.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Man, that's like a beautiful song, right? We're going to be set on high above all the nations of the earth. We're going to be that exceedingly great army, right? And that's what Ezekiel have seen. He's seen him prophesying, people listening. They woke up. The zeal was on the Most High, and he saw this exceedingly great army. Man, that's the 144. That's the chosen, chosen men, right? And that's the beautiful sight. All right, let's go to verse 11.
All right, going back to
37. Yep,
Yep, going back to Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 11. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, our bones are dried, and our hope is lost.
And that's what we hear. When we out in the streets, man, when we talking to our people, when they finally sit there and they like, you know what? I do believe I'm Israel. we hear that they lost hope. A lot of them lost love. Family members, loved ones. A lot of them, you know what I'm saying, going through their trials and tribulations. And then we got some people that come up there they just in the middle of their trial. You know, our people, the first thing they run to when they trial, what they do, they start drinking, getting on drugs, and they start pouring out to us. Right? We kind of like counselors. We like counselors in Israel, man. Like the Israelites that's on the corners, y'all. We are counselors and advisors in this truth, man, for our people. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they pour out to us, and a lot of them lost hope. They don't know what to believe in. They was in these churches. They figured out these churches are a scam. They left these churches, and they just out there. They just out there. They dried out. They don't have no hope, and they just walking around like the Walking Dead. But check this out. Keep going.
Verse 12. Therefore, prophesy and say unto them, Thus said the Lord God, Behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause them, Salakia, I done lost my spot, and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel.
And it's another beautiful part of the song right here, man. You know what I'm saying? He's going to open up the graves, man. He's going to destroy this place. You know what I'm saying? This is not our home. This is not our rest. He's going to destroy this place, and he's going to, before he destroys it, he's bringing us back to our land. It's something better than this place, man. For real. It's something better than these houses that we see that, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us, we want these big houses, these nice cars, man. To hell with all that, because that's getting destroyed. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that you can't pursue those things in this world. You can pursue whatever you want to pursue, whatever you want to do. But just understand these things are not going to survive. You can't take this to our homeland. you ain't going to be able to take that back to the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? And this is how we got to express to the people that don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's out on the streets. They lost hope. You know what I'm saying? So we let them know, like, yo, this place is going to be destroyed, and it is something better than this place. We're trying to give the gospel how Yahushua gave the gospel. You know what I'm saying? He gave them hope, something to look forward to in the kingdom to come. Right? And at first it started within you. That's how you bring out the kingdom. And that's what Ezekiel was speaking about here, how he got these dry bones to stand up by prophesying to them. Now that they standing up a exceeding great army, guess what? The kingdom is coming. Right? Keep going.
Hey, let me grab real quick, man. Isaiah chapter 9.
Okay. Isaiah 9.
Yep, verse 6 and 7. 6 through 8, actually.
All right, Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6.
Okay,
verse 6. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
All right, so we all understand when we get into this chapter, we know that this is a prophecy about Yahushua. Right, so he's going to be called, it was one of the things you mentioned, right? Counselor. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because the children of Israel are going to do what? They're going to cry unto him. They're going to literally take all their problems to him, and he takes that back to the Father, right? So at the end of the day, he taught his disciples to be what? Counselors. You know what I'm saying? What do you think they literally, when they had their journey, the 12 literally went out even after Yahushua died and literally was still doing what? Spreading the word. You know what I'm saying? Everybody coming up to them because they know who these disciples are. They know what power that they have with the Most High God. And it's the same thing that we do right now. You know what I'm saying? So we're literally the counselors of the earth right now. So whether it be out on the street corners, whether it be on these apps, on Clubhouse, whether it be us doing these lessons, you know what I'm saying? This is literally a counseling moment to literally give people hope. Hey, look at Ezekiel 37. You know what I'm saying? Look at it in the light of, okay, hey, you don't have an understanding of the Bible. This could be the beginning of your understanding. Literally by listening to this particular lesson here. You know what I'm saying? So, and we just gotta, the first thing that our people got to do, Israel has to do, is humble down. Because we proud and we don't have a damn thing.
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Bottom, bro. Hey, don't the Most High say that? I hate one of the things he hate is a poor man with pride. That's our people. That is our people right there, man.
Right. All day long, man. All right, but go ahead.
God. No, that was a good precept, King. Where we at? Verse 13.
It was in verse 7. That was only verse 6 you had read.
Oh, Salakia, my bad.
Go.
I didn't 9 and 7. God. Of the increase of his Salakia, Isaiah 9, chapter 7. Of the increase of his government and peace, there should be no end upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth and evermore. Salakia, and forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this.
So we understand that, hey, and all we got to do, man, is literally wake up, learn these commandments, learn how to treat each other, man, and literally try to get our way back into the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Anybody coming to tell you that the law is done away with, hey, get the hell away from them.
Dash.
They don't like life. You know what I'm saying? People literally, try to equate the commandments to literally bondage.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? People equate that to that, and I don't see how you can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go into the commandments, it tells you to love your brother, right? Love your sister. Don't steal from your brother. Don't try to kill your sister. You know what I'm saying? It's telling you all of these things that the white man tell you not to do, but you'll listen when he tell you. But when we say it's coming out the Bible, man, the white man wrote that book. Well, damn, you listened to him already,
right?
You know what I'm saying? That's the kind you listen to the Constitution. Why you can't listen to this Bible?
God. No, that's 100% true, man. Because and then the famous thing. Only thing you got to do is just love and know yourself. What do you mean by how do you love and know yourself? Where do you find those things at? You know what I'm saying? Because let's just say if a crackhead, can he teach you how to love yourself? Because he gonna tell you to get some crack. You said that mother gonna smoke this rock. He's not gonna. How we know how to treat one another is because of the law, statutes, commandments.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because we read through the scriptures, like you just said, brother. We see how to treat our brothers and our sisters, man. But again, our people, they stiff-necked, man. And again, we was the same way and still have a remnant of that in us. Right. You know what I'm saying? We're not purged fully as well. You know what I'm saying? We still have stiff-neck and stubborn in us as well. But the understanding of Mashiach Yahushua, bro, we're not going to stay in that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? We might stumble like I believe it's Proverbs. I forgot where is that in Proverbs, man. He say he shall stumble, but he's going to be in the Most High hand that he was not going to fall. You know what I'm saying? So we might stumble in this truth, but we will not fall as long as you had a faith in the Mashiach Yahushua.
Okay. And even if you do fall, man, like I said, Proverbs 24. Hey, a just man falleth 7 times and get back up again. You know what I'm saying? So even if you do fall, we follow the blueprint to literally bring us back into the fold. You know what I'm saying? So, and we got to understand that Yahushua's grace is sufficient. It's sufficient for us all. It's not the end of the world because you done fell off and you done, done made a mistake and committed sin, or you done fell, you know what I'm saying, into your lust. It's not the end of the world. If you still breathing, guess what? The Most High is giving you a chance at repentance to get that thing right. Now, I don't mean go sin willfully or whatever the case may be. I don't mean that. You know what I'm saying? But again, as people, as children of Israel, we literally make mistakes like children.
Like children, for real. Hey, man, let's grab. I know this kind of off topic, but let's grab Baruch. Was you done with your precept, King?
I'm done with it.
Let's grab Baruch 4:28. Just kind of going on the lines of what you're speaking about when you say, you know what I'm saying, when you fall off, it's not the end of the world. Don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Do not give up. That fall off should be for a great comeback. You know what I'm saying? Now you have to go even harder, right? That zeal, when your candle was almost, you know how when a candle almost go out, you pour a little oil in there, they catch
the flame
yeah,
back up.
that flame, yeah, that's now you got to go harder, right? Keep going. Go on and read that, King.
This the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 28.
Uh-huh.
For as it was your mind to go astray from God, so being returned, seek him 10 times more.
Seek him 10 times more. So if you did stumble and you did cause yourself to backslide, guess what? You back in this thing and you here for a reason. Go harder. Don't put yourself in the same, try to build barriers around yourself for you want to go back into that mindset that you was already in. You know what I'm saying? So now you got to go harder. Seek him 10 times more. Right? Because he only going to give us a certain amount of grace before he turn his back on us. You know what I'm saying? Because all the breakdowns, all the brotherhood, man, he can remove that and put that in another brother.
Mm-hmm.
He'll just take you out and put it in another brother. He don't need us as individuals. He want us as a body. Right?
We're going back to 37.
Yep. 37 and
verse 13.
Yep.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, verse 13. And ye shall know that I am the Lord when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves.
Isn't that going to be a beautiful sight, right? When the Most High gets us out of this place. When he brings us out of this place, everybody's going to understand, like, yo, that's the God of Israel. Yo, that's the God. That's who they was praying to. That's why they was keeping those laws, their commandments. It's going to be talked about across the lands forever. You know what I'm saying? Because we are looked at as a dead people. The less of it, we at the bottom of the barrel, man. You know what I'm saying? These so-called immigrants can come over here and get above us like that.
Mm-hmm.
They get, you know what I'm saying? They get helped out by a government that we are here, stuck in their neighborhoods, can't get no help. Guess what they'll do? They can get help way before us, man. That's how you know this place is not for us.
And that was part of
like, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's part of the agreement for them to help round us up. They literally can come over here anytime they want. You know what I'm saying? What they do is they literally, like let's just say the so-called Arabs. You know what I'm saying? They'll come over here, they'll get a loan or whatever. They'll start a business, whether it be a churches, a Subway, something. They'll start a business. You know what I'm saying? That business is untaxed for about 7 to 10 years. I believe it's like 10 years is untaxed. You know what I'm saying? Now, once those 10 years run out, guess what they do? They get one of the other family members to come over here.
Put it in their name.
Put it in their name. You know what I'm saying? And then that same family member can get another business. They get that loan and things of that nature. They go tax-free, 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And now it's literally, hey, man, it's just an ongoing process. This is why they can come over here, and this is why they live in the areas like in Novi out here. You know what I'm saying? They got their own city. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen an Edomite go to Hamtramck and burn it down yet.
Oh yeah, Airborne. You know what I'm saying? That was another one. They got their own, bro. They shut that thing down. I don't know if you remember when they was trying to push that alphabet committee over there.
Mm-hmm.
He shut that thing down quick. Our people, we welcome them in, man. They shut that thing down quick, like excellent. You right, man.
And then look how this whole chapter, when you really look at it, they make money off this Bible, bro. Because this is nothing but a certain, you know what I'm saying? All these movies, TV shows, the Resident Evil movies. You know what I'm saying? You got the Walking Dead TV show. You know what I'm saying? That's all that this is. And they literally make movies off of it, not knowing the true prophecy. You know what I'm saying? The elites definitely know. You know what I'm saying? They definitely know. And they put these TV shows, and in TV shows, you have these Edomites literally trying to find a cure for these the Walking Dead. You know what I'm saying? And our people literally they fall into it. And this is why they go into these churches. They trying to find the cure. You know what I'm saying? But when the Israelites have the cure. You know what I'm saying? We literally are the ones with the cure, and not these so-called doctors that they have. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta, really pay close attention to everything that they do.
Oh yeah, man. They always got an underlying plan. Always, man. And like you were saying, you know how some of them zombie movies, right? When you have a loved one, you kind of some of them chain them up. They don't want to let them go. They chain them up and they feed them other people or animals. It's kind of the churches, bro. That's the churches, man. They over there chopping up animals, you know what I'm saying, chopping up other humans and feeding it to them. You know what I'm saying? They just teaching you how to stay in that sin. They're not teaching you how to wake up. They're not teaching you that who you are or anything like that, man. They just feeding you all this nonsense, all this evil. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead.
Right.
We go to verse 14.
Okay. So verse 14. And shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I, the Lord, have spoken it and performed it, said the Lord.
And that's a beautiful song, man. That's a part of a beautiful song, because this whole Bible is one song. But this part right here, this is like one of those your favorite tune when they hit it right. Like, oh man, that's that part right there. That is right there. The Most High said He's gonna put His Spirit within us, and He's gonna move us into our own land, and we're gonna know for sure that this is our Lord. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna know for sure. It's no doubt. You know, just like the children in Israel and in Egypt, they seen all the wonders, they seen all these things, but they still had doubt once Moses left. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like it was Moses, the one we following Moses. So Moses had to be doing. If we ain't got Moses, we ain't got the Most High. The Most High, not this time. Now you gonna know for sure it's me. You know what I'm saying? You go the whole world's gonna know that I am your God, right? So yeah, man. So we gotta pretty much. We about to start toning it down, man. Unless you got anything. I got a few more scriptures.
No, you can keep going. I ain't got nothing off the top of my head right now.
Kind. So just knowing that you're an Israelite is not good enough. You know what I'm saying? It's a requirement for us to keep these laws, statutes, commandments, man. And the faith of Mashiach Yahushua. That's our heritage. It shouldn't be forced. We shouldn't be forced or feel forced to do anything for the Father, the creator of the world. We should find joy in these things, right? You know what I'm saying? So one of the main things, man, we have to come out of these politics. We got to come out of these religions, these churches, the mosque, all these different things that they have set up for our demise, man. We got to come out of that, right? So I want to go to Revelations 18:4. You know what I'm saying? We have to get rid of this. We have to throw the other nation mindset, ideology, philosophy out of our minds, man, and let's get back to who we originally are, the great people that we are, that we was meant to be, that Yahushua died for. He died for a great people. You know what I'm saying? He's with the vision that he seen was a great people. Right? You know what I'm saying? Okay, at one point we was wicked. But again, like in Deuteronomy 4, I believe it's 4 and 6. So like if I'm off with that, we was going to be a great and wise nation, a great people, right? So we got to get to that, man. That's our goals, to get to that wise, that understanding, that understand judgment, that understand how this earth's supposed to be, right? And not killing the earth, but living with it, right? So let's go to Revelation 18:4.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
So them plagues that was put upon us, like we read in Baruch, you know what I'm saying, them heavy yokes. Actually, grab Lamentations, I believe it's 3 and 6 or 3 and 9. I think it's 3 and 6, 3 and 9. Let me see. Start at verse 6.
the book of Lamentations, chapter 3, verse 6. He hath set me in dark places as they that be dead of old.
So pretty much, man, we can kind of look at that as where we at right now, right? Because of our sins, you know what I'm saying? He has set us in this place, like of the dead, right? Keep going.
Verse 7. He hath hedged up me about that I cannot get out. He hath made me, Salakia, he hath made my chain heavy.
Right, and that chain, that yoke, that heavy chain, guess what that is, man? That's those curses, bro. That's what we have to get off of. That's why Yahushua said, yo, if you you need rest, you know what I'm saying, find rest within me. Make your burdens light. And this is how we break those chains. This is how we break those curses, by keeping these laws, these commandments, by coming away, by getting out of what America and what these other nations tells us to do, and start following what the Most High has for us. All right. Let's go back to Deuteronomy. I'm not Deuteronomy, but Revelations 18:4. And we finish that out. Did you finish that out already?
Yeah, 18:4,
Con. So let's go to this is the last scripture right here, man. Let's go to Jeremiah 16:14. Because I wanted to end it off on a good note, man. And give some hope. You know what I'm saying? It's something better than what we at right now, man. You know what I'm saying? We all gotta have a goal to reach. We all know that goal, but we really gotta, you know what I'm saying, tap into that goal every now and then, right? So Jeremiah 16:14.
All right, it's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall be no more said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
And we can't wait for that time, right? That's one of the reasons why everybody's in this truth, is because we know the Most High is going to deliver us from this land. And the other nations are not going to even remember the time where our ancestors was in Egypt, the time that when the Most High showed his power. They're not going to remember that, because this deliverance is going to be way better. Way better. It's not, in the midst of it, it's going to be scary as hell. In the midst of it, you're going to have all these type of emotions and feelings because of what's going to be going on in the midst of it. But at the same time, guess what? It's going to be relief knowing that the people that oppress your people for hundreds of years, not maybe thousands of years, right? That oppress your people, they have their justification. I mean, Salaki, they have their justice coming, right? So that's a beautiful thing to keep in mind, man. You know what I'm saying? So when that day comes, yes, it's going to be a scary and terrible day, but also just know that our people are going to be delivered out of this place. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't make it, let's just say that. A lot of people hate to hear this. Even if you don't make it, just the thought. Sometimes that thought satisfies me. Of one of my sons maybe can make it, my daughters, my wife, or brothers that I met. You know what I'm saying? And it's true, because it's true. Took me on many journeys to meet many different people. So the people that I then cross paths with, maybe they make it and they see it. You know what I'm saying? But all I know right now are the other nations, man, they got doomed. They got hell to pay. They have hell to pay, and it's going to be a beautiful sight, right? Keep going.
Slaki. I'm going to start at verse 15 again. It says, but the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north and from all the lands whither he had driven them. And I will bring them.
It's going to be America and all the lands that our people was scattered to as well, right? Read.
And I will bring them into their land that I gave unto their fathers,
which is Israel, right? Read.
Behold, I will send for many fishers, said the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
So it's no running from the other nations. Just like they did to us, we're going to do to them. There's no running, and the Most High is going to put that spirit upon us. Right? Simple as that. That's what you call justice. That's just justice. Thus saith the Lord. Right? So with that, man, if you don't have anything, that's all I got.
And I'll add a scripture that we kind of went over, man, last Shabbat. It was actually it was profound that that even came out, man. Going to Micah chapter 2 and verse 10, man, because
we
literally can't trust this place, man. You can't trust your enemies. They don't care about you. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about you. It's nothing they can do, nothing they can show you to try to, you know what I'm saying, literally bring you from the valley of the dry bones.
Yes, sir.
So actually, before you get that, I'm gonna read this definition, man, of a valley. I'm reading from my phone, right?
Okay.
So it says a low area. This is valley. I just googled the definition, right? So it says a low area of land between hills or mountains, typically with a river or a stream flowing through it, right? And that's literally for food to grow, for the trees to grow, to provide power, electricity, and all of that, right? But notice in Ezekiel 37, it's saying that it's literally dry.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So,
sir.
Hold on, let me see. Let me go to it. So I also, underneath this same search, right? It's you know how they add the questions in. So one of the questions is, what is the meaning of valley in the Bible? It says, in the Bible, valleys are often a metaphor for difficult times of darkness, despair, defeat, or discouragement. You know what I'm saying? So when it's literally dry, there's nothing growing there. There's no understanding there. It's no nothing. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High knew what he was doing with the choice of words that he decided to use, man. But I just say all that to say, read verse 10 right here, Micah 2 and 10.
Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
This is what?
This is not your rest.
Okay, keep going.
Because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
Right. So we got to understand that, man. Don't love this place. You know what I'm saying? Don't be, Lot's wife. You know what I'm saying? Turning around, looking back at this place, looking back at your old life or how it used to be. You're going to turn yourself into a pillar of salt. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not literally, but on a spiritual level, you know what I'm saying? You're going to turn yourself into a pillar of salt, and you're not going to be, you're going to be good for nothing. You know what I'm saying? This is not our rest, man. This literally is not our rest. This place is polluted from every which way. You know what I'm saying? Which actually, in some occasions, cause us to be polluted inside the truth. You know what I'm saying? But again, now that we understand that we got Yahushua, you know what I'm saying? That's why I feel sorry for brothers that don't believe in Yahushua. Because, you don't have, you pretty much done. You doomed yourself. You know what I'm saying? Keep read the next one.
Verse 11. If a man walking in the spirit and falsehood do lie, saying, I will prophesy unto thee of wine and of strong drink, he shall even be the prophet of this people.
Keep reading the next one too.
Verse 12. I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of thee. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. I will put them together as the sheep of Bozrah, Salakia, as the flock in the midst of the fold. And they shall make a great noise by reason of the multitude of men.
All right, so that's that same noise that's listed inside of Ezekiel 37. That's literally coming back together, realizing who we are. No longer fighting each other over territory. Now, you know what I'm saying? No longer thinking we separate people, man, because I tell you now, a lot of Mexicans, they don't think they black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But again, we just got to understand that the Lord is going to do this, man. This is what we look forward to. So all the work that we do, You know what I'm saying? All the headaches that we have to go through, whether it be with our children, whether it be with making classes, whether it be with going out street teaching, all of them headaches we got to deal with. We got to deal with enough problems at home, but then we go out in the world and take on their problems. So just imagine, you know what I'm saying, literally being Yahushua that has to take on everybody's problem. You know what I'm saying? And we got to look at him and be like, hey, big brother did it. You know what I'm saying? What we doing, that ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying, compared to what he did. And we got to keep pushing, man, because there's something greater on the other side.
Yes, sir.
But I don't have nothing outside of that.
Hey, I wanna add to that, King. Let's go to 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3.
Okay.
Because you said something very important, man. You said that, not only do we have to deal with our problems, you know what I'm saying, through what 6 days we got issues that we got to deal with. Then on that one day, you know what I'm saying, we got to go out and teach. You know what I'm saying? This is what Paul was telling Timothy, right? Verse 3.
All right, it's the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua.
Yo, we got to endure during those times, like you were just speaking about, man. We have to go through those things. We got to endure through them times as a good soldier of Mashiach Yahushua. You know, so just like you said, hey, man, my big brother did it. I know I can do it too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He put forth that example for us to follow, right? Let's go to verse 4.
No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life.
So we can't put the issues, the problems that we have, we got to put that to the side and we got to serve. We got to be a servant. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's a hard do. That is a hard do when you got things going on in your life and you got to put that to the side to go out. And man, I'm gonna be honest, man. To ungrateful people, bro. Like,
right.
Bro, they throw stuff at you, they spit at you, they scream at you, yell at you.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like the sister, man. I don't think he was out there, but the sister seen one of our flyers, man. She picked that thing up and threw it, well, not directly at us, but towards our direction. Picked it up, balled it up, and just threw it at us. Instead of just picking it up and handing it to her like, hey, somebody dropped it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, because she want to keep the kids trick-or-treating.
See, man? You know what I'm saying? And that's why the Most High said, Salaki, that Paul said, no man that warp and take him. So we in the war.
Mm-hmm.
When we go out there, we in the war. So we can't be worrying about what's going on at home, what's going on with the kids, with the rib. You know what I'm saying? Them bills, that bill that's past due. We can't think about that because we got to put on our armor and we got to go out there and serve for the Most High. And that's one of the reasons why he said, yo, don't worry about I never seen one of my children in need. As long as you're doing what you're supposed, I never seen them in need. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about what tomorrow gonna bring. You know what I'm saying? You do my will, I got you. And that's why brothers do it, right? Keep going.
Says, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier.
That's a beautiful thing that the Mashiach Yahushua have chose you to be one of his soldiers in this war. In this spiritual war, he chose you to be a soldier. You know what I'm saying? So for brothers that need the encouragement, you know what I'm saying? Yo, the Most High chose you to go out in those streets and teach your people, to hop on YouTube. I got another precept after this too, to hop on YouTube and teach your people. You know what I'm saying? Make a class in your household. Whatever you can do to get that word out. You know what I'm saying? If you got talents in making videos and things of that nature, the Most High has called you to do so, right? Verse 5.
All right, verse 5. And if a man also strive for masteries, yet is he not crowned, except he strive lawfully.
Right, and you're not going to get that crown until Mashiach Yahushua comes back and you do it lawfully. That's when you get your reward, right? Because if you're doing the work, guess what? You're going to get rewarded as you're doing it, and you got to be doing it lawfully.
Hey, that last part is important, man, because our people, they love that Christian church, man. Laws is done away with. You know what I'm saying? But they love the New Testament too. But they never quote this one.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Lawfully.
Or if they do it, they'll just read right over it like it's not there. Like, no, they say, hey, it says, except you can't do none of this except you keep the law.
Or they had that little thing that in their brain, and it goes to Christ, the law of Christ. So they read it when it says keep it lawfully. Oh, it's talking about the law of Christ. You know what I'm saying? I gotta worry about it. I got one more precept, King. It's in 1 Corinthians chapter 1. 1 Corinthians chapter 1. I gotta get that. I believe I think it's 12, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, that's not it. Verse 18. That's where it's at. Verse 18.
Okay.
Because that's what, you know what I'm saying, as being a soldier of Christ, man, and how we get out of this place is this right here.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 1, verse 18.
Uh-huh.
For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness.
So we out there preaching Mashiach Yahushua. We preaching, you know what I'm saying, the keeping faith and keeping the commandments. You know what I'm saying, the death, the resurrection of Mashiach Yahushua. We preaching those things. So a lot of our people is foolish. They, like you said, they ball up our flyers, throw it at us. You know what I'm saying? We get the middle finger pointed at us. You know what I'm saying? It's so many. We get death threats. People rolling down their windows, making gun fingers at us and everything, man. You know what I'm saying? So foolishness to them that we out there teaching the word, right? But check what Paul is saying, right? Read.
For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom.
Go back up to foolishness.
Salaki. I did skip over that. I'm going to start it from the top again.
Okay.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 1, verse 18. For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, but unto us which are saved, it is the power of God.
Yo, the ones that are called, the ones that's doing it, that's the power of the Most High right there, man. God. This is how we get out of there, by the Most High, by going out and preaching, by going out and teaching, right? And it's going to take a lot of us doing it. A lot of us. It's going to take a lot of us going out and making lessons, going out and street teaching, going out, passing out flyers, whatever the work is, it's a lot of work to be done. You know what I'm saying? And we have to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got right there, King.
Man, definitely, man. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High, man. Great lesson, King.
All praise to the Most High, King.
Great lesson, King. Just want to add, that we have definitely received the donations, man. Been like the last couple of weeks, we don't have, some donations come through. So I praise it to the Most High for brothers and sisters for donating. You know what I'm saying? It also lets us know that, edification been going out and it ain't been no bull jive. You know what I'm saying? Let us know that y'all really appreciate it. We also see in the comments that brothers and sisters definitely, appreciate it. So, man, just want to thank y'all brothers and sisters for sharing the classes, for liking it, for commenting on it. You know what I'm saying? Because we're doing it for our people, for our nation. You know what I'm saying? And it's not often that we get to travel and leave out of state or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So those donations will help for future travels. You know what I'm saying? And for us to keep pushing the ministry, so if anybody need to get in contact with us, the number is on the ticker at the bottom, right? The email, loidetroit12@gmail.com. Also the camp website, theallianceisrael.com, it has the calendar up there. We don't have anything as far as feast days, this particular month, but next month we do have feast of dedication, you know what I'm saying? So we kind of get ready for that. Again, if for donations, again, that's also at the bottom, Cash App, the money sign, LOI Detroit, you know what I'm saying? That's what we have. Or if you need to send it another way, you can always reach out to us via the number or the email at the bottom. So, man, the water for all the support, that we get, because it's definitely not going unnoticed. And just all praise to the Most High, man.
God. All praise to the Most High.
Okay. So with that, man, I guess y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Shabbat. The Shar Shabbat. You know, Shalom to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. Hey, Kwam Yasharallah.
Kwam Yasharallah. Shalom, family. Shar Shabbat. Shalom.
Spacious air, reflecting the way of life under the Florida sky. Even the lobbies funnel in the great outdoors.
Chosen.
I was set apart for God's use. Chosen. I was set apart for God's use. Formed in His image.
Chosen. They say the chain of Shaitan is not that strong. They say his time is running out, he ain't got that long. They say murder, murder, kill, this is not that song. Said I won't amount to nothing, they got that wrong. Cause I was set apart and I was shown the light. And if I get the kingdom, I'll be clothed in white. 1/3 will be delivered and the rest were blinded. Their fate is set in stone, what you ain't read the fine print? Christ is gonna give a crown to us. In the end we'll have the nations bowing down to us, with their faces to the ground to us. It's the truth, as crazy as it sounds to us. Jacob forever rules, and we're his precious jewels. Showed us love and patience, put us above the nations. And that's the gospel, thank God for choosing me. Bad news for you, it's really good news for me.
I was set apart for God's use. Chosen. I was set apart for God's use. Formed in His image.
Let me tell you why. We have a different kind of shine, a different kind of mind. The rhythm's not the same, we're on a different type of time. With a different kind of pace, a different kind of race. The season's not the same, we have a different kind of taste. A different kind of salt, we are so not them. Got my sword and my shield, man, I'm so locked in. And when I came to serve Yahweh, put my whole heart in. So I can't sit calm, I'm no Martin. And that's a reach, y'all, chosen to teach y'all. Every Sabbath you can find us in the streets, y'all. Dear Ya Allah, my nickname is Priest, y'all. In the gym, they say that I'm a beast, y'all. Set apart, the nations all hating me. Set a trap, they lying in wait for me. Chris Paul, they don't wanna play with me. But if you love me, I'm asking that you pray with me. Cause
I was set apart for God's use. Chosen. I was set apart for God's use. Formed in His image.
Chosen. And thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people, chosen above all people that's on the face of the earth. That's Deuteronomy 7:6. That's you, black and Latin man. Chosen. That's you, black and Latin woman. Yeah. But we the chosen. Chosen.